Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica and this is Unite Inside, and we help people unite with all the parts inside of them. In this video, I will be talking about a very empowered subject. This video is going to be about responsibility and power, okay? And it's going to be about how to take responsibility for your triggers. And this is why this video could be very triggering for a lot of people. For the simple fact that a lot of people would rather be victims or stay in a state of victims than actually accept responsibility, okay? Because it is easier to blame and to not do anything and to not have any responsibility whatsoever than to do the work. A lot of people, they don't want to do the work, simply. Very simple. A lot of people just don't want to do the work. So that's why in this video I will try to give you your power back by this subject. So how to take responsibility for your triggers, and why should you take responsibility for your triggers? Because for the simple fact that life or your life is your own responsibility. Best believe that no one is going to heal you. No one is going to try to take this kind of responsibility instead of you, okay? No one is going to do that because it is no one's business. It is no one's responsibility to take care of your wounds, okay? It is only you that really can release yourself from this curse of your trauma. Okay, so a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for their triggers because they are they've been through trauma, and yes, they were victims. It's true that someone truly hurt them and truly disrespected them and truly victimized them. And so I'm not in this video denying that you were an actual victim. Yes, you were a victim. Yes, you were abused. Yes, you were disrespected. And I am like, you're completely valid. And it's definitely not okay that you went through that. But what are you gonna do about it? Okay? A lot of people, what they do is that they keep themselves in a blaming stage. They're blaming their abuser. They're blaming their family that traumatized them. Okay, it's true that your family traumatized you, but honestly, they feel like there is no way of healing unless if that person that hurt them apologized for the hurt. Unless if that person changed and became better. Unless if that person admitted their wrongs and told you, oh, I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm sorry, yes, I did it, and I feel bad, and I want an apology, and I'm apologizing, you know. And then they feel better. And that's the only form of healing. But let me tell you something. When you do that, when you think in this way, you're actually giving your power away, because you're putting your healing in their hands. They are they are the one to control your healing. Whether you're healed or not depends on them. And this is a form of giving away your power. When you do this, when you truly tell someone that they have the power, or they have the power to heal you, when you give that power to them, then you live a very disempowered life. You live a very victim life, in a victim state life, and it doesn't serve you. And there must be the reason why you blame them, and you put so much like energy blaming them and telling them that they are bad and that they did that and that they need to apologize and that this is what you need from them so that you can heal. When you do that, you're actually you're making yourself stuck. You're keeping yourself stuck. And even though you might feel good, you might feel validated while you do that. And honestly, you do it because you want to feel validated. A lot of times you do it because you feel like if you take responsibility that it means that they have the right to hurt you or that it's your fault. In this video, I'm not shaming you nor blaming you. I'm not saying that you are the reason why they hurt you or that you did this. I'm not blaming you at all or saying that it's your fault. What I'm saying is it is in your hands. You don't give them the power to heal you. You have to take that power yourself so that you can be empowered. I'm showing you a way to become aware. I'm just shining light on aspects of your life that are unconscious, and I'm just showing you where you're stuck, okay? I'm showing you that you are stuck in this, that you are stuck in your victimhood, that you are victimizing yourself, and you are stuck, and you are not seeing that you are powerful and that you do have power, okay? So what you have to do is, a lot of times, it could be like a coping mechanism that it could be like a coping mechanism that you're in this state of like telling people that, oh, you're a victim and you did this and this happened, and you are actually a victim, but you can shift it. Yes, you're valid in your pain, but you can actually be empowered. You can be empowered. You can heal yourself. You can find ways to not let other people hurt you. You can find ways to not be a victim to everybody or to circumstances in your life in general. Okay? And now I'm going to explain to you how you are not a victim. I'm going to give you something that might trigger a lot of you, but it will be very helpful. It will be very, very helpful because you will see that you do have power. Which, it's so funny because I'm showing you your power and some people might get triggered. It's funny that when you show someone their power, they can get triggered. It's because a lot of you are comfortable in this state of like not having any responsibility because it feels better to not have any responsibility. It feels better, right? But what I'm simply saying is that it is better to be empowered because your life will change, your pain will be healed. You will be in a different position in your life and it will be way better. I promise you that giving up the feeling of victim, the feeling of being validated by other people all the time, and the feeling of feeling right, that like, oh, I'm right because they hurt me. A lot of times we like to feel like the other person is wrong and we are right. It's all ego, okay? But when you give up those feelings for your power, for your good life, for your freedom, to finally be freed from pain, it's so much better, okay? And now, as I said, let me give you an example so that you can understand that you do have power. We are the ones that assume things about ourselves. We are the ones that make something mean something about ourselves, okay? Which means that even though someone did hurt you, you actually also had something to do with it in a way. In what way did you have something to do with it? I'm gonna explain to you in what way. You had something to do with it because you're the one that assumed that you're not worthy. You're the one that thought that you were not worthy. When someone hurts you, like when someone does anything that hurts you, it doesn't mean that you're worthless. It doesn't mean that you're a horrible person. It just means that they're a horrible person. That's the only meaning of it, but you're the one that decided to give it that meaning. And so it is your mind, and you're the one that believed that for yourself. If you had enough control over your mind, you wouldn't believe that because someone didn't talk to me or because someone didn't tell me that I'm pretty, that means I'm not pretty. You would have your own definitions of who you are, and they will be different, okay? So what I'm saying is to become aware of the fact that you're the one that believes these things. You're the one that, and yes, they shouldn't do that to you, and yes, it's bad and it's horrible, but I'm showing you where are your points of power here, you know, so that no one even has a chance to hurt you. Believe me, if you thought you were this beautiful person, if you were aware of your worth, if you were aware of who you are and your worth and that you matter, no one in this world can make you feel otherwise. I promise you that no one from the streets can come to you and tell you anything because you wouldn't believe it. This happened to me because when I was insecure and when I didn't know who I am, other people's opinions affected me so much that I would be crying. I remember when I was in high school and girls would try to like pick on me or try to hurt me in a way. And I would come home and I would start crying. And it would affect me so much because I was insecure. Because I already was insecure. I already didn't trust myself. I already didn't have that kind of love for myself. And I was dependent on them for that validation. And so when I didn't get validated by them, I got hurt. It hurt me because I gave my power away. I gave my power away to them because I relied on them for validation. But once I started loving myself, giving myself validation, knowing who I am, discovering my points of power, other people's feelings, other people about me, other people's opinions about me, they didn't affect me. I didn't give a fuck. I can go outside and I can hear millions of people saying horrible things about me. I can hear them call me all sort of names, but I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't shed a tear because I know who I am. So even though they were bad people, yes, they are disrespectful, yes, they shouldn't say that to me, but I am an empowered being, okay? We can't control other people. We can't live in a world where we're trying to get other people to treat us right. We're trying to get other people to say good compliments, to compliment us in a good way, because it's out of because it's actually, it's out of our control, okay? It's out of our control. When you try to control something that's out of your control, that's when you feel powerless. Because you can't control people. You can't control their opinions about you. So you can control your opinions about yourself. I'm just showing you what you can control and what you can't so that you can become an empowered being, okay? So that we can't live in a world expecting everybody to be perfect, but we can expect ourselves to be aware of our own power, okay? So I promise you that a wound, you have to know that when people say something about you and you get triggered, that it's not because they said it about you, they just showed you, actually it was something that you already think about yourself. This is something very important to know, is that whenever someone triggers you, it is not that they are hurting you in that moment, it is that they are showing you where you were hurting yourself. They're showing you that you think this about yourself, that you believe that you're worthless. Because if you had believed you were worthy, even if they try to make you feel unworthy, you wouldn't feel unworthy because you know who you are and you know that you're worthy. So this is a very important thing to learn, is that, let me give you an example, a very practical example. Let's say that this is my hand, and my hand is not hurt. It's okay, it's fine, okay? If someone in the streets, imagine if I was walking the streets and someone touched my hand like this. I'm not gonna get hurt because there is nothing to open. There's no wound, okay, in my hand. So even if someone touched me like this, it's not gonna hurt. It's gonna be fine. They can touch me all they want, but they can touch me all they want. There is nothing to open up. But if I had a wound here and someone touched it, it's gonna hurt. So this is what they're doing to you. This is what a trigger is. They're touching your trigger, and that's why, ouch, it hurts. Because it is a trigger that you already had. Something, what is trigger? Trigger means that it's something that's inside that's been triggered, which means it's been pulled out. Someone pulled out something that you already had. And that's how to stop blaming other people about the way you feel about yourself, especially the way you feel about yourself. Because actually, you have the right to change all your perceptions about yourself. You have all the power to do that. You can do it, okay, yourself. But when you don't do it, you give your power away and you're in this space of like feeling good and feeling amazing when people think that you're good, and feeling horrible and feeling low about yourself, it's not a good way to live, because if you live like that, you're a slave to other people. Okay? I'm showing you your power right now. I'm showing you your power right now. Let me give you another example to show you your power and where your power is. We allow people in our life. Why do you think you have this kind of friend or this kind of person in your life? It's because you keep talking to them. I promise you that you have the choice to cut these people. You have the choice to block them. You can unfriend them. No one is going to stay in your life unless if you're entertaining that person. I promise you, the moment you ignore someone, they're going to move on, which is a sign that you have power, that you can control who is in your life. But when we don't know who we are and we rely on other people for validation, we're going to keep people in our lives because they give us validation. They make us feel empowered. They make us feel good about ourselves. But then they make us feel like shit about ourselves. It's actually two things here. If someone makes you feel good about yourself, they can make you feel like shit about yourself. Okay? So I'm showing you your power. I'm teaching you that yes, you can cut people off. Yes, you can stop allowing someone. You can, if someone is hurting you, you can set boundaries with them. You're the one that's letting someone keep like pushing your boundaries. If you had stopped them, if you had said no, stop, they will stop. If you said it with like a firm voice and you actually meant it and you actually believed that you deserve people to respect you, they will respect you because you're basically demanding respect. When you demand respect with your energy, you get your respect. Why do you think that some people get respected and some people get disrespected? It's because their energy is weak. Their energy is not strong enough. It's not firm enough. It's not serious enough. When you're serious about your respect, your self-respect, you can demand self-respect in a way that makes other people respect you. So I'm telling you that you have control. You have control with your energy, with over yourself and over your life. I'm not saying you have control over other people. If someone refused to respect you, you can cut them off. That's what I'm saying. That's the kind of control that you have. You don't have control over whether someone is going to respect you or not. You can assert respect, and if someone doesn't respect it, it doesn't mean, oh, they don't respect it. What do? I have to let them stay. No, cut that motherfucker. Let them go, okay? Because yes, you have power. You have power. You're the one entertaining these people, okay? Also, you have to understand that if you're the kind of person that keeps attracting narcissists and keeps attracting people that disrespect you, people that walk all over you, it must mean something. You can't be the only person on earth that people don't respect. It has to have something to do with you. And I'm not saying that, oh, you're the reason why I did disrespect you, but all I'm saying is you disrespect yourself by not setting enough boundaries, and you show them that you don't have respect, and so they disrespect you. That's all I'm saying. You let them take advantage of you. A lot of times we let people take advantage of us because we see them taking advantage of us and we forgive them and we let them do it again and again and again. What does that mean? That means that we're choosing to allow someone into our lives that's not good for us. And this is our responsibility. You can't tell me that, oh, I'm a nice person. Like, no, you allow this person, you took a decision to let someone in your life, and even if they hurt you, a lot of times you took a decision to believe them still. It is still you, and I'm holding you accountable because I need to hold you accountable. Why? Because I want you to be happy. I want you to be empowered. Okay? You have to become aware of your power. Also, we manifest our reality. So maybe you have to become aware of your beliefs about yourself. Okay? We believe things and we manifest. We manifest our reality. And so we're creators. So yes, if you're surrounded by people that are taking away your power, you have some disempowered beliefs there. You have to get them checked. You have to examine your beliefs about your life and about yourself. You believe you're powerless. You believe that people cannot take advantage of you. If you just take a minute to examine your beliefs, you're going to be surprised how many beliefs you have about yourself that truly say that you're disempowered, that truly say that you don't really have power, that other people are better than you. Maybe you believe that other people are more important than you, are better than you. All these beliefs, you have to take responsibility for all those beliefs so that you can take your power back, okay? And again, I am not blaming you, and I am not telling you that you're the reason, or it's your fault that you have narcissistic people in your life. No, but it's your responsibility. You're inviting them somehow unconsciously. I promise you that you can't experience anything in your life without inviting it in your life. This is from my own life. This is from my own experience. When I used to invite narcissistics with my energy by having no boundaries, by having poor sense of self, I used to invite so many narcissistic people, and by allowing them to keep hurting me, I just basically I enabled them to stay in my life. I focused on them with my energy by believing that I am powerless in a way that made them keep coming. And once I started knowing my power and setting the boundaries that I need to set, I started attracting more loving people into my life. I started attracting people that love me, people that want to pour love into me, people that want to respect me, people that want to like make my life good, okay? And how do you explain this? That I was able to stop those narcissistic people from coming into my life once I started setting the right boundaries. So I am telling you, right, I will be making a video about boundaries, okay? Stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm telling you that it is important to know your self-worth and to assert that in your vibration, in your energy, okay? So a lot of times we have a problem. We have to validate ourselves. If you feel like you need validation, you can validate yourself. You can give yourself compassion and empathy. To validate yourself, give yourself empathy. That's something that will make you feel validated. They will make your pain feel validated. But for you to keep talking about it to other people and to keep talking about this story of you being a victim, you only create more of it. The more you talk about how much of a victim you are, the more victimhood will be created in your life. And this is vibrationally speaking, okay? This is something that will happen in your vibration. The more you think about your powerlessness and victimhood, the more powerlessness and victimhood that you will manifest, okay? The more you think about your points of power, the more power you will manifest in your life. And circumstances in your life will start changing because you will no longer feel unworthy. And so the universe will no longer need to show you your unworthiness so that you can heal it. So it will send you people that give you love. Okay? The only reason why the universe sends us people that make us feel bad, that make us feel unworthy, is so that we can become aware of the fact that we, inside of us, we have unworthiness. We have things that we need to heal. Okay? Once we heal them, the universe will no longer feel the need to do that. And so you will be lined up with the perfect circumstances that will make you happy. So let me give you an exercise so that you can use every time you want to take responsibility for your triggers. So every time, let's say that you're talking to your friend or someone and they trigger you. They make you feel either worthless or insecure or unlovable. Instead of defending your ego, defending yourself because you feel embarrassed, instead of like going on and just like easily trying to defend yourself so that you can feel better about yourself, stop and pause and go inward. Stop and pause, and I'm not telling you to let it slide with that friend. You can talk to them later. You can have your say and have a talk with them later. But in that moment, as soon as you experience the trigger, go inward. Take deep breaths. And then ask yourself, why am I feeling insecure? Why do I believe that I'm worthless? Why do I believe that I'm stupid? When did I experience this in my life, in my childhood? How many times do I experience feeling unworthy? Why do I believe that I'm unworthy? What makes me unworthy? Keep asking questions that will keep giving you answers that will help you with your healing. The more you ask questions like, why do I believe I'm unworthy? Why do I believe I don't have the right to have an opinion? Why do I believe this? The more you will become aware of your own beliefs about yourself. Once you get the answer, for example, why do I believe I'm unworthy? Because I'm unlovable, or because I'm not good enough, or because this. Why? And then ask more questions. Why do I believe I'm not good enough? And then ask more questions, like maybe because I am ugly. Why do I believe I'm ugly? Who told me? Who taught me that I'm ugly? If you keep asking questions, you will keep uncovering the root issue, and then you can sit with it and you can change you can work with your beliefs. I will be making a video about how to work with your beliefs and how to change your beliefs, because it's a very important tool for your healing and for your manifestation process. Because once you change your beliefs, you change your feeling state and you start manifesting better circumstances for your life. Okay, so also ask yourself, why do I give up my boundaries? This is how you work with yourself. You hold yourself accountable. Why do I feel this way about myself? Not why my friend doesn't love me. No. Why I don't love myself. Why I don't believe that I'm lovable. Because honestly, that's why. It's because you don't believe that you were lovable. Because if you did believe you were lovable, even if your friend made you feel unlovable, you will still feel like you're a lovable person, and you will move on. You will set that boundary. You wouldn't stay, okay, in a friendship that makes you feel unlovable. Because you will believe that you deserve love because you are love, and so you will look for love, and you will find love. But when we believe that we're unlovable, we stay in situations that are not good for us because we believe that we're never gonna find that love. So we best accept this low love, this degrading love, because no one will give it to us. Okay, this is why it's important to work with your beliefs. You have to hold yourself accountable first for why you feel this trigger and work with it. Okay? And I promise you that it's a little bit hard because you feel like a victim. When someone makes you feel some kind of way, you feel as if you need some sort of like an apology from them, because it is hard to to not feel like a victim. But I promise you that it is a trigger. It is a wound that's coming from your childhood, that it is always inside, that has always been inside of you before that person ever knew about you. Okay, it is not a trigger that this person put in you in that moment. It is a trigger that you've always thought about yourself. Okay, now that we know about this, I hope that this video helped you. This video came into an end. I love you, and I hope that you take your power back. I want you to be empowered. I love you, and if you like this video, feel free to give it a like and leave a comment. Ask me any questions you want, and I will try to answer them. And you can share it with friends that want to take their power back. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.